Hi friends, so this is your friend Arun from Live in Germany channel. So today I'm back again with another short informative video I thought will be useful for all. In the recent times we have been making videos on like how to save money, where there are subsidies announced, what kind of benefits government is planning and so on. In future also we'll be planning such videos, so if you're interested, please do subscribe the channel so that you get regular updates. I'll try to make all the videos crisp as much as possible. So for those who are subscribed already know this. So before I go on, this video is not any kind of financial advice or insurance advice. This is just a example in a descriptive way to make an awareness that such a possibility exists for people who earn high. Because normally, students have some students pass usually, some kind of benefits, and also like other people have benefits. But people who are earning high have few ways of saving money, and one of these ways is having a private health insurance. But it is not again advisable to all. Whether it's advisable to you or not is purely based on each individual case, your married, number of kids and so on. But we will see one specific example, like I said. So normally in public health insurance, we will pay around 14.6% of our brutto salary in the insurance component. Additionally, another 1.3% that values depending on the provider will be paying into the system. Also, you will be paying around another 3.05% of your gross salary into Pflegeversicherung or long-term care insurance. So when you hear all these numbers, you can see this is going really huge. It was already crossed 10 and now it's going huge, and that is why you will be seeing that the employer also steps in and then says, okay, my employee cannot pay so much, so I will pay half of this. So that is why in your salary slips you can see half is paid by your employer and half is actually paid by from your pocket. So in this example, we will see for a 30-year-old person, a boy or a girl, who is earning above 65,000 euros and who is healthy, who is eligible to go into a private health insurance. So in a public, you can see what is the amount that he or she is paying. Another half is actually paid by the employer actually. When the same person is going to private, so when I mention private, I'm not focusing on any single provider. Only for example, we are using the ARAC calculation tool, but otherwise for all other providers, each provider will have different prices. So please do see this number as only as a representative example and not as exactly for someone who's 30 years old, because I have not added any additionally. So using this 30 years old and taking the most basic package from the link what we used, and then we see the prices around 465 approximately. Around in the previous one when I added, it was around 475 and this is around 465. That is just 10 euros. Why do I have to spend so much, break my head for 10 euros? It's not so. Like I mentioned a few minutes ago, like that is only your part, like the 475 for example. And this example you see is the total combination of Arbeitgeber, employer plus employee. So what happens in reality is you will be actually be paying half of this money from your pocket, half will be paid by the employer. So you can calculate yourself and see how much hundreds of euros you are saving per month just by taking this decision. If you are having the same example, if you're matching the same example. So having said that, your employer also saves equally the same amount what you save. So there are two things you can do here. One thing is you can just take the money what you save, which is actually the gross salary, which will be taxed and you get some out of it, this money, and invest in something which you wanted to do for a long time. Maybe in a pension plan like RURUP, which is again for tax savings, or you can invest in kids, for example, like for kids future, or maybe start paying like extra for your personal loan or home loans, but when you have option of a free prepayment and reduce the amount, reduce some pressure from your pocket. So there are multiple ways. Other one option is, since you're also saving some money for your provider, for your employer, you can also talk to them, discuss and say, okay, please invest this money when you have your own company's pension scheme, for example, or ask them to, you can also negotiate your salary to try to increase it. So you can use multiple steps or multiple ways to get this money from your employer as well. So when you see the difference, you can see it's beneficial for a 30-year person who is like kind of single. So when it comes to a family, we have to calculate that individually. It doesn't mean it's not beneficial for family, but it's case to case basis. So in addition to this, in private, when you have a private health insurance, most of the private health insurance providers have something called as a no claim bonus. So when you are young and healthy and you don't go to a hospital for a particular year, or you go to a hospital for a small thing but you don't claim the bill using the insurance, for example, you can get a no claim bonus. So this no claim bonus is roughly 2 months of contribution what you pay usually. So 465 times 2. So this you will get at end of the year, or depending on when, is purely provider based, like provider dependent. So we can assume that you can get approximately this year this money back when you are healthy. So this is an added advantage which you get, this which is little bit more compared to a public health insurance. So in the example like what we spoke, you saw like I just took one person and then compared. So if you are somebody who is similar, then maybe it's easy for you to correlate. If you're a couple, then you can correlate individually like what you will be paying when you're the same age, because private health insurance is not like in public where you whether it's single, married, or kids, 5 kids, 6 kids, it's the same, but you pay higher amount. But for in private, it's individual. So if you are two people working, for example, maybe it's beneficial with kids including. In some cases it's not beneficial. So it's again a individual case to case. So please don't take this one example which I showed as some kind of financial or insurance advice. This is just to give you an idea that such a possibility exists, and if you want to look into it, please do check with your insurance consultants or use the links given in the description. Thank you, and I wish you a nice day. I'll come back again with another useful video. In the next days, there are a lot of other updates, guys. I'm trying to make small videos short. So let's hope this, I'll keep on doing this. Thank you and bye-bye.